Hi, and welcome back to the Moms on a Mission podcast. It has been a while, but here I am again. Hi, my name is Charity, the Moms Nutrition Coach, and you're so welcome. If this is your first time getting to my page, kindly like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you never miss any new videos that come up. And so today we are going to dive into such an interesting topic that I know so many mothers will relate to, the ups and downs of weight loss. I thought about this topic and I just wanted to relay to you how my journey was, or what I thought it would be, and yet what I found there was really not up to my expectations. Yeah. So the number one thing, if you are looking at weight loss as something that you want to get into, I know there have been so many diets and we are looking for shortcuts because as busy moms, we know we have a lot. A lot is always on our plate, our careers, our kids, our family, our personal growth or development goals that we may have. Everything is upon us, but at the same time, one thing I do know that we desire is to feel good and look good. And so one of the things that you may experience, especially after childbirth, is you getting back to your body because you feel like, I believe that's the only thing that is going to make me show up as a better version of myself. And that's exactly how I thought, because I'd previously done the keto diet, the tomato diet, the green juice. I'd done several diets here and there. I'd even bought a few tablets just to lose weight, and you'd find that those tablets will make you rush to the toilet, or you get a bit of diarrhea where you have to go to the toilet every now and then. So within a few days, you'd feel really weak, dizzy, because a lot of fluids have gotten out of your system, but it wasn't a sustainable solution. Sometimes I would even skip meals, all in the name of I need to lose the weight. I was obsessed. The only thing that came on my mind is I need to lose the weight. It's the only thing that is going to make me happy. I wasn't really present for my other kids. And by the way, I have 3 amazing children. And I think the obsession really started after my first child. I've had children back to back. And so the weight, there was no way I would say, okay, now let me focus and lose the weight. Before I knew it, I was pregnant again. And so it was really, really a tough season for me. Even showing up for my husband, being even better at work was really, really a struggle. And all I was obsessed with was, let me lose the weight. And so the thing I really want to talk about is, if weight loss is something that you really desire with the whole of your heart, the number one thing I would ask you is, before you jump onto any other diet or any other whatever is out there, ask yourself, will I be able to do this for the rest of my life? For instance, when I started skipping meals, I was breastfeeding. And I was saying, I'm not going to eat. How? Just help me. Does that really make sense? It doesn't make sense, but at that point in time, I didn't really care. And it really affected me because you're not eating and you're breastfeeding. How does that leave your body, right? So many times we put ourselves at stake, all in the name of we want to lose weight, but with the wrong reasons, right? Or following the wrong path. Definitely, you skipping meals is not a solution, and it's not something sustainable. So before you jump into any other diet, you're saying, let me only eat maybe beef, let me only take green juice, let me do whatever it is that you want to do. Ask yourself, will I be able to do this for the next week, in the next month, for the next year? Is this something really sustainable that I can be able to do for the rest of my life? Once you ask yourself that question and deep down you feel that I cannot manage this, I don't think this is the path that I need to take, believe you me, run for your life as fast as you can. Need I mention that this is very, very important? When you cannot sustain something, you will feel discouraged, you feel like a failure. And yet it's not necessarily your fault. You're just choosing the wrong path. So whatever it is that you're going to choose going forward in terms of your weight loss makes you look amazing and all that. It makes you feel good. But if you're using the wrong method to reach that goal, then you'll be miserable. because I can attest to that. I wanted to lose over 16 kilograms, which I finally managed to do, but it was after 6 months that I really, really lost the weight. And I finally found a method that actually worked for me personally. So you have to find something that really works for you. And it's not about cutting meals. It's not about cutting out meals. It's not about following all the latest diets just because my friend is doing this and it has worked for her. I should also do the same thing. No, you have to find what really works for you. Number 2 is being consistent. When I went onto this journey and I was told maybe eat wholesome foods, eat A, B, C, D, and E. At some point, I felt like this is not working. I mean, I'm eating all the foods. How can I eat all the foods and still lose the weight? And so at some point, I started feeling like I don't think this method is working. So let me hop onto something that I know is faster just because we are used to shortcuts. And so I stopped being consistent for a while. And indeed, I stopped losing the weight because you're being given a method that actually works, but for some reason, just because you're used to doing things your way and you don't necessarily want to listen, you want to hop back onto the old version of you. And so I had to learn to actually let go of whatever it is that I have learned and start unlearning and be ready to learn something new that will actually be beneficial to your body. So being consistent, accepting to go through that process. I always tell people, is don't just look at, okay, Charity lost all that weight. I think I can do that too. Yes, you can. But what will differentiate us or what will make me continue being successful in this journey? Just imagine if I've been able to keep the weight off for the past 4 years. I don't see what I feel like that has been one of the biggest achievements in my life. And so if you also want to hop onto that same feeling and know that I can keep off this weight for the rest of my life, remain consistent and allow yourself to go through the ups and downs of this journey. I remember when I started learning how to drive, I got my permit, I think in 2015. I didn't have a car, but somehow I had the hope that I would get a car. And so I got my permit. I didn't know how to drive, but I kept the permit. And fast forward in 2016, when I had my first baby, my husband gifted me a car that day. I believe it was 2016. He gifted me a car. But guys, I couldn't drive. I had the permit, but I couldn't drive. And I had a lot of fear. I remember I would always go and peep. I look through the window to see the car there, but I couldn't drive. It took me some time to really be comfortable behind the wheel and drive that vehicle. And so it meant me going through a process of not knowing what to do and now accepting that I don't know, but let me open up myself to learn. And so I can tell you now I'm able to drive different cars that I may have access to. So going through that process is painful, yes, but at the end of the day, you become a master at it. So in order for you to become successful in your weight loss journey, accept to go through that process. Don't start something and give up in the next week. When you give up, that means it's not sustainable for you. And so you have to find what works for you in your current lifestyle. Then the number 3 is ask yourself, why do I really want to lose weight? I would always tell myself, I want to lose weight because I want to fit into that dress. I think it would make me happy. All those reasons were good, but they were a bit shallow. And so when I realized that I am not present for my kids because I feel like I've excessively gained the weight, I started telling myself, I want to be present for my kids, for my husband, be able to play with them, be able to be around them and be in a better mood, have the energy. Now, that is what we call the non-scale victories. Not necessarily looking at the number on the scale, but looking at how do I feel when I wake up? Do I have the energy? Do I have the joy? Do I have the ability to do whatever tasks that are around me with so much? I would still say the word or use the word energy. When you eat the right foods, your energy goes up, right? And your clothes start fitting better. And yet the number of the scale may be the same, but your clothes start feeling you start feeling more comfortable. The clothes are not squeezing you as they were before, probably. And so you having a why which is strong enough that even on the days when the number on the scale is not going down. And just as a side note, don't always look at the scale as the one that is giving you all the answers, because you may stand on a scale today and realize that maybe if you're about 70 kilos, your kilos haven't really gone down, but when you wear clothes, you actually feel they fit way, way better than they were before. So there are other things that we use to gauge your progress, right? But you having a reason as to why I'm going through this journey, through this process, so that I'm able to continue regardless of the ups, the downs, because I can assure you, the more you continue, the better you feel and the easier the journey gets. When you're starting something for the very first time, it's really hard as you're trying to comprehend it and all that. But once you move the journey, it becomes really, really exciting. And I'm just so excited. I can't wait for us to build this community. Dear mom, remember you are not alone in this journey. There are so many out there who are struggling, and once we come into this community, it's a safe space where we discuss how we're able to handle. I mean, we have kids, we have our work, our career, we have our businesses, we have maybe our spouses. We have so many things that really take up a lot of our time. But you having a space where you know that I have this kind of support, I have someone who can help me know how to even fill my cup. Self-care, most times we feel guilty because we don't have a little time just to spare for ourselves. And so I just want to encourage you, stick around. This is the channel for you. And we are going to go places. We are going to lose that weight, loving ourselves in our own skin, knowing how to eat right, feel good, and look good. I'm so excited about the next steps we shall take. And so stick around, stick around. I can't wait. Please don't forget to subscribe, to like this video, and to hit the notification bell so that, yeah, we can keep things moving. I'm excited. And in case you have any other question that you may want me to answer, we're all about motherhood, faith, weight loss. I am here to answer, and let's see how we maneuver this journey. I love you so much. Bye bye.